Okay, so we are going to hit some yard sales today, and we've got several to go to. This is the first one. Checking out their bags. Nothing really jumping out. Skip a lot of the clothes, unless like this was new with tags. That looked like Columbia, but it was extra small. That is a hard size to sell, or it could sit for a while. I always like the Christmas stuff, and it looks like I'm looking at some tapestry placemats, trying to see how many's in the set. Oh, actually, that was like a runner, not placemats. And this yard sale was a little busy, so trying to move around to people and not get too many on camera. You know, I saw that avocado green silverware sorter. Let me see if that has any value. Okay, some of those do have some value. That was a Rubbermaid one, and the smaller ones don't have a ton of value, and the bigger ones are probably around like $10. So, depending on the price of that one, that might have been something I should have picked up. And I don't show you at each individual sale of what I got. I will do a haul at the end and show you everything that I picked up. Those blue glasses are neat and, you know, the vintage style, but there's not much value in those. I actually have a blue set right now listed. I seem a little scattered in this yard sale, going every which way. I do tend to look up all, or I'll say look up, pick up, and look at all vintage electronics just because you can find some really good items that way. But not all of them. Don't just pick them up. A lot of linens. I don't tend to mess with used linens as far as sheets and stuff like that because figuring out sizing and all that, then you got to open them to see if there's stains. I don't typically do that. I probably should have looked at those toothbrush heads. I actually ended up getting some toothbrush heads in a lot that I got at an auction, and they sold for like $9 or something. So if they were cheap enough, oh, it looks like maybe I did look them up, or at least picked them up. I probably could have picked up some of those clear glass jars just for like Christmas gifts and stuff. I tend to make different things like, because I have a garden, so I grow basil. I could put dried basil in it, basil salt, stuff like that for Christmas gifts. I was not thinking. That was a cute little birdhouse tea light holder that I picked up and showed very briefly. Lots of jewelry in the egg crates. Kind of a smart idea to separate it all. We are going to move on to the next yard sale. Some car parts which can sell on eBay. I have not gotten into that. I guess I've done things like license plate covers and stuff like that, but as far as like headlights and all that stuff, I have not delved into. A lot more linens. There's some frames. So this looks sort of like it might be, you know, some palettes and stuff as well. And we got some small kitchen appliances. I do pick up this caboodles to look at. It does look a little warped there. And then it's hard because I don't think these are marked with a year, if memory serves. So it's hard to tell if they're vintage or just new, made to look vintage. Yeah, those are pretty. I'm not sure why I didn't pick those up. There might have been stains, but that was a pretty set. My typical quick look at clothes and shoes. What's funny is I started with clothes reselling. I think I just have done the clothes a lot. Okay, we are now at another yard sale. And some gloves do have profit. It just depends on. I am not the best reseller. I don't look every single thing up. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like it. Honestly, I still have a mitt listed right now. So I think maybe when that sells, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll look. I do like picking up flatware. So I'm just trying to see the brand of that. Specifically, Oneida, Dansk. Those are some of my favorites to pick up. They definitely have some vintage items here. That pink brushing glass, it just doesn't usually have a lot of value. There were some neat things on the table there. I don't know if the pricing was just too high. I probably should get better at showing the pricing. Honestly, I love the sheet that they're using to cover that table. Aw, I want to buy that. I'm trying to learn about reels and stuff like that, and that's... Now, I don't show it, but at this yard sale, I did pick up some fishing items, so I'll show you that in the haul. Then we're going to move to another sale. And this actually, they didn't have an actual sale set up. They just had all the stuff out listed for free. So I spend a few minutes here and I do pick up several things. They had quite a bit in their free pile. I get several of these books. And those are magazine style. They're called idea books. They're from the like 60s and 70s. So there were several. So I do pick up those. Not that they have a ton of resale value. I just want to throw that out there. Sometimes I pick things up just because I think they're neat and I want to save them from the trash. They may not have a lot of value, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm nostalgic in some of that. And all those bags, I probably should have looked at those as well, because sometimes they can have value. Okay, so a lot of hats here as well. I just do a brief peek. I probably should have looked deeper. Okay, I thought that was really cute. The little cat. I should have looked up that little tiger little case in the back. I don't know what that is. I'm very interested. Looking at the games as usual. Some more kiddo toys. So sometimes I do look at toys for personal use. I have nieces and nephews and stuff, so. And then sometimes Barbie ponies and stuff like that will sell, so I will always look at that as. And checking out the plush. Always hoping for my Jellycat find. I wonder why I put these back. I wonder if they... Maybe I just wasn't feeling it. Because there were several Pokemon things in there I probably should have picked up. Because Pokemon can do good. I probably should have looked up those big animals. Like the elephant. Okay, so here's the haul from yard sales this week. I got this book set for camping cookbooks, so it's like foil meals and stuff like that. I paid $1 for those. Then I got a couple of kids books that were 50 cents each. This sort of antique looking hairbrush for 50 cents because they were doing half off. I got this stack of cookbooks. And then these like Christmas idea books, and then there's a bunch of different Christmas, Easter and stuff like that. That was all free. They had it in a free pile, so I scooped them up just to even look through them myself. We got 2 of these, which are little wood plates with the holders for the wall. Got this cute little panda cruel picture for $2, and attracting birds to your backyards for 50 cents. I got this set of lures for $5. I only looked up one of these and it sold for like $4 or something, and I knew there were multiple, so I just went ahead and picked it up off of that and figure I'll learn some more about lures. Then I got this Bassmate. Now if this works, that could be like 40 to 60 if I remember correctly, so I've got to test that. There was no corrosion. I paid 50 cents each for these color dip picks. And then I paid 40 for this box of Dipsy Divers. Now, that is not going to make me a lot of money. I should have looked a little bit deeper in it, but I didn't. I got this cute little needlepoint picture for 50 cents. This Avon light up snowman. There's actually 2 of them. And I paid $1 each because she said they don't light up. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try it. I plugged one into our truck and it worked. And I got this open box Bissell spot lifter for $7.50. This salad shooter for $2. I got this stack of stuff for free. And I figure I will probably just that says laser light. I'm going to lot the top 2 because they're like nature sounds. And then there may not be anything worth in those, but I thought, well, I'll pick them up for free. These adorable made in Japan salt and pepper shakers with the flowers for 50 cents. And these Cat's Meow pieces, they were just $0.25 each. I will probably end up lotting most of those together in one listing. This cute little birdhouse tea light for 75 cents. This Spode ornament, I didn't look it up, so I don't know if it has much value, but I think I paid, 50 cents. So I figure, well, 50 cents should work. Got this super cute cloisonne candle snuffer that I'm very tempted to keep. That might be staying with me. This snowman nightlight. A vintage spoon rest. These Kokeshi dolls were $5 each. the We Sing for Christmas, which I may keep for myself as well, and then this like plate holder. Okay, ignore all the stuff in the back, for 25 cents, or book holder. I got this We Sing because I like can play the piano in chords, and this actually has the chords. So I thought, let's see how I can do, if I can learn some Christmas songs by the chords. So that is everything I got. It was a pretty successful weekend, and I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and have a great day. Until next time.